Alrighty, welcome back. Happy Easter, everybody. We are officially getting to the point of spring being so close. Last weekend we finished off boiling all of our maple syrup. We ended with, I think, like 8 or 9 gallons of syrup. Pretty short season. We're done before actually the April 1st. But here we are again, working on the G, trying to get this bad boy somewhat usable. Still trying to work to figure out a spring piece here. We have pieces for the hydraulic, but I do have that other manual lift. Remember when we were over there working with my other G? That I think we may end up putting on this for the time being. But there's no tool carrier under this to speak of, so this is that episode. The episode today is building the tool carrier. I have the scissor lift pieces all laying up here, but we got to talk quick here about this bar. Remember earlier in like the first or second episode, I was talking about switching these bars over between this one and the other one. The other one kind of had that weird fork. This one has that bend. With this, there isn't much to this. If you did not have the hydraulic piece, you would have a piece that looks like this. I'll cut over to my other one. But like I was saying back there, those hydraulic ones, the hydraulic piece is all here mounted up. On a manual lift, these would be the bracket pieces you would put in, kind of cross diagonal here with the plate with that bar underneath. And remember, that other bar is curved. This one's got that little fork to it. But on this one, we have the hydraulic mounted up for it so the bar shifts forward. And the bars on either the hydraulic or on the manual are the same exact ones. It just depends on where it mounts on the actual frame itself. But there's nothing much special about this. I think these are 4 or 5 inch carriage bolts, so that's nothing crazy. This side though, this is the crazy piece. I have some mix match pieces. We're going to try to put together one decent one. I do have a couple different looking ones of these. They end up actually breaking off every once in a while back here on this welded spot. I think I had 2 of them on this old arm that we're putting together. Yeah, there's a nice shiny orange one back there. Had to dig through the parts pile actually to find a couple of these things today. And heck, I even just spent probably too long, probably an hour or so, maybe 45, I don't even know, trying to recreate some of these S-clips, which I could probably just go have bought in them. But I did not have time to run this morning anywhere and everything was closed. So by the time I messed around trying to find it, I did have a old sample pattern one to kind of go off of. These are 8 links. These are 10. I want to try a little longer before I cut them short. But this is out of the book today. This is what we're doing. We're rebuilding all this right here. And I'm still missing one piece. I'll let you take a quick look. It's like a little scavenger hunt. What piece am I missing from that master tool carrier that's not laying up there yet? We'll get to it in a little bit. But let's start putting this together, start assembling it, get him dry fitted over there, put together, and hopefully by the end, we have some functioning scissor lifts after all. Alrighty, I beat you to it. I put together one already just to kind of refresh myself of how to rebuild them. It's got some adjustment to make on it. I think if I should probably loosen up a couple of these. We greased the heck out of it. But let's walk through this one over here. Let's do one together and see how it all works. Alrighty, the first thing we need to start with is this base. I have these jam nuts that go on it here. The ones we took out to make some parts one here did end up getting stuck in there, so I have been putting a little WD-40 on them for right now, because I'm going to pull probably these out again at some point here in the next year at least. So the goal is to reuse it. I could put some anti-seize on it, probably should. I just honestly haven't gone and looked for it yet. So these go in. Just like to start them, nothing crazy. lay it down. Next thing we're gonna do is shoot a little grease in here. Just because I don't want these to seize up as well. These are on bushings, which I'll show you here in a second. And actually, I think I gotta set this way this time. We take these top bracket pieces off, set them aside for a little bit. Come here, give me a little more grease, lube up these pieces here. These will get put in. It is a slight design flaw of these things, in my opinion. We do see that they end up actually rusting and seizing at a couple of these. I think when I was trying to figure this out, when I was taking this all apart, we had, I think, 3 or 4 of these whole scissor lift pieces that I actually took apart to try to reassemble what we have going on right now. This one was already greased up because I accidentally built that one all the way over there, all the wrong way, realizing that I had the wrong arm for what I was trying to set up. So there we go, we set that there. Next piece here, we come up here. There is 3 shorts and 1 long. This 1 long comes back here, twist it here, comes back to this spot with the chain. Gotta double check, how did I do this one? Chain down. Chain is forward, so it's like this. Put the chain through. Again, I think I already mentioned, but I am right now tentatively planning 2 extra links in that chain. The one that I have has the 8 that the book calls for, but I think they're a little too short when you're trying to move stuff around and trying to get things in and out. It's more of just trying to keep stuff together so you don't lose them, so it's not like the length actually probably requires too much. I'm just curious that if it's too long, is it going to get drug up, caught up, something like that. Now these bracket brace pieces that we were just talking about a little bit ago that we threw aside, sits on the top. We'll line up all of our bolts here. We'll just start these ones by hand because I'll show you over on the tractor, it's a little easier to actually tighten those. Our big nut comes here. Or I guess we'll call it the medium-sized nut, comes back here. Same thing with these. I would like to think you should probably put some anti-seize on them because I'm going to take them apart more than likely in the next 6 months. I'm just relying on the grease that's with them. The front nut here, I gotta look here, I think it's 15/16. Yep, and the back nut is 11/16. The back nut I think could be 5/8 as well, but for some reason I guess I never bought them at Runnings, so oh no, I done goofed. See, I told you I'm filming it, I would forget something. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting these little spacer guys back here. So I gotta see if I can open this up, drop them in. I'll do it on the top one, the right side. I'll show you actually how to do what I just done goofed, because it's actually really simple. It's just taking this piece off, but because I'm stubborn and these two are tight, I don't want to mess around with it again, I guess. And it's pretty simple. One thing I've noticed though, like with a lot of old equipment, people tend to maybe, I guess the word might be like not take care. See, these are these bushings that, I think they're actually spacers, not bushings, I guess, I should rephrase. But back to my little rant here. I think people tended to just ride stuff hard and put it away wet and never grease a lot of these joints. And don't get me wrong, I think Allis Chalmers done goofed up here and never made any grease irks or fittings for any of these spots. So all this is just bushings and grease, if you're lucky to pack it in. But it's not too bad, I guess. Take them apart every once in a while, oil them up. Alrighty, we got these couple up here to tighten down, and again, you don't need to go like knuckle buster tight. We're just going snug because theoretically, if you would put these all the way tight, your whole lift arm piece wouldn't actually move up and down. But let's go take this, let's go bring it over to the tractor, take the 9/16 ratchet wrench and wrench, tighten those 4 up. And let's go find those missing pieces that maybe you've been thinking about. So we slid it on. Oh, making some noise. We'll tighten these last couple 9/16 up here. Now when we take everything, put it together, watch your fingers so stuff doesn't pinch you. Yes, this one's still a little tight too, but she'll start working loose. So, now the fun piece. There's a couple things missing. The first thing, I hope you noticed, was this right here. So this is actually the linkage here between the scissor lift. If we come over here, this is the hydraulic up and down piece, or if we had the manual lift, these would be like the little tabs sticking out. And what you have to do here, I'm not going to put it together because I don't have quite enough cotter keys this size. You would slide, this is going to slide today maybe. Let's find out if it even slides over. Holy cow. Loosen some set screws. Oh. Alright, well that's going to be a project for later, but let me come over to this one here. So this is what we're missing with that missing piece. So it looks like that down there, right here. And that is our linkage between the hydraulic piece in the back, lifting it up. See, it pulls it up, and it'll pull this arm up and down. So that's what we have today. Thanks again. Oh wait, we're missing one piece still. We had those two. We found those in the pile. But what goes on this chain? How are these slots? And yeah, these are pretty boogered up and a little open. Gonna work with them and see how they work. They snap off, gives us a chance to redesign and build again. But we're missing one piece, actually two, and then a lot of cotter keys. But right here, we need a wedge pin. Oh, I don't think I have any more G wedge pins, so let's go take a look at something. I have an idea. Alrighty, so we're up on the hill now in my scrap piles, but I gotta show you something. So we're looking for those wedge pins, right? Well, a lot of people try to go market these G things as $80, $90, $100, maybe each a set, all this. But here's the trick, folks. A really easy trick. You can buy all these different cultivator parts all over the place. I have, actually I think that's my brother's WC. That's all of his John Deere stuff. I have a couple 400 mounted. I have 500 up there. I've had a 200 series. There's 100. Yeah, cultivator junk, right? You go to the scrap pile and that's where like trailers full of this stuff go. But before you do, how these 400s were mounted, and even those 200 series were mounted, was this is the rail that goes up to the tractor. That bar goes over the top of it. There's some linkages forward, linkages backwards to lift it and stuff. But this hole right here takes and puts a little pin through, or a little block through, and guess what goes on it? Huh! A pin! But this pin is not just, wait a second. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. These are, if not the same ones, but almost the same exact pins on and for the G's. So that might be my little tip to you. I believe it's shared between CAs, all the 400, early 400 cultivators, I should say, 200 series, and I'm blanking on the last one. I don't know if like maybe a C, something with a C, or a WD 45, something like that. But those pins are all pretty much interchangeable. So I have a couple pairs over here. Like I said, there's 2 or 3 sets of these cultivators now. But there is one set that just looks way better than the rest. So let's go steal them. We're back to the garage, back inside where it's warm. And look at that, we found our pins. Same thing with these lift linkage pieces. Still gotta free that guy up over there. But I don't have cotter keys the right size right now. So once we do, those will sit in there like that. My little chain will come on the outside. And look at that. In the morning, we have built and put together and assembled our master tool carrier. Thank you for coming along today. Hopefully you had a great Easter and a good Friday and Monday, Thursday, and all the other stuff last week and Holy Week. And just hopefully everything's going well for you. Did get a little rain. It's getting a little wetter now here in April. Now we're officially getting close to a couple weeks away to Le Sueur and to Barabo. We're going to go check out that this year for the first time. But that being said, come along next week, hoping, fingers crossed, we'll see what happens, but maybe trying to get some potatoes and onions planted. I got some new stuff coming along. We're going to break out that, excuse me, nose on it, that 80-inch toolbar, and we'll start working with the rear loop. Forgot to mention the hydraulic tractor over here has got the rear loop now. And I was going to be a video, but I decided not to. We assembled and put that hydraulic pump back together. Hopefully at some other point we'll have another hydraulic episode. But that being said, you can find us on Facebook, Schubel Bauernhof. And don't forget, the Allis Chalmers G project is also on Facebook now. It was, I think, earlier, but I'm going to post more content there. And that online website piece. But please feel free to reach out, let us know. And you know what? Have a